Okay, here's me moving the mouth some. Changing the things on the face can be a lot more complicated than just doing some of the other things because it's not just changing your mouth, it's moving your mouth, your eyebrows, and some of your other facial features to match it. On here you have this guy. You actually only need this guy on frame 1 here. Okay, we're going to move all that because this is the first. On this layer, this is all that needs to be shown. On the next layer, you want him. He would be doing whatever he has going here. Here, we're looking at his face. So we're going to go to his head, front all. Click on that. This is I think, where I see you have we're moving the mouth and stuff. And you shift his eyebrows down. This character doesn't have a really good mouth one. I see you have the one with the teeth here. I shifted one on Photoshop real quick. And I brought a kind of frowny face here. You just have to resize this, kind of fit on him. For right now, you may actually because this can be a lot more complicated than just moving a few things, and you may just want to go with a smiley face and a frowny face rather than having it warp into it, because he doesn't have the extra he would need from smiling, what you have here, all the way down to where he would be frowning here. You'd need at least like 3 or 4 different frames just to get to this shot, and you'd probably have his eyebrows up here shifting too. On here, so that you can see how the eyes are blinking. The eyes are a movie. If you click on his eyes up here, you see right here it says from scene. It goes from the here pose to the head, front, and then here's the movie. This is a symbol. That's a movie, and it's called the eye blink. And on here you see from open eyes to kind of shut, all the way shut, partially open, and then back open again. This extra time right here is the time before the next blink. This is where the time before the first blink. So it goes like this, and it blinks. You would do the same thing for your mouth. You'd go to your head front, and probably on this first one here, you'd click on it. Click on this guy, and you'd make this, convert it to a symbol, and possibly call it what? Smile to frown. Make sure it's a movie clip, not a button or a graphic. Then on this one, you double click it, and here would be your first one, and you're going to insert a blank keyframe. This is where you would put your frown. Make sure you size that down. And as you see, his eyebrows are not changed here, so you'd have to make another one for the eyebrows. And if the eyes had a more angry look or something, you'd have to change that also. If we transform this one real quick, you can make this a little wider, whatever, shift this down to whatever looks appropriate. But you would have, just like with the eye blink, you'd probably have the smile holding for a while. And then you'd have 3 or 4 of these where it transitions to the frown. And this guy does not have that. He is apparently a very smiley guy, not a frowny guy. You have to either warp the mouth or change him in Photoshop or whatever to do that. And for time's sake right now, unless you're really fast at that, we just need to just probably go with the smiley face and change this to the frowny face. And just go with that instead of having it transition. If we can get together sometime, maybe we can work on this more, or maybe you can work on it with Rebecca doing more of this, because it is really neat to do. But it's a like you were saying, it's a lot more complicated. Okay. But you would make that mouth as well as the eyebrows their own separate movies to play. When you see the eyes, and you see our one thing we did with the mouth. That's just those 2 frames. You need more frames for it to transition into that frown and then hold. And also on that mouth, you'd need to have it. Let's see. Go back to the mouth real quick. On the effects, you need to make sure that this is not looping. Alright, I'll try to talk to you later. Alright, bye.